When these physicians did the study of Meniere's patients who have vertigo like I'm having right now, literally everything that's happening to me today, they said that a person like me is as disabled and has the quality of life of a person who has cancer or AIDS and is 6 days from death. I've got a migraine, but I also have I've got a Meniere's thing going on.
Meniere's is a progressive disease of the inner ear with no cure. Kelly's right ear is affected.
And I really want to be able to share with people what a Meniere's attack looks like.
A Meniere's attack can start with warning signals called an aura. Kelly sometimes has one.
I'm gonna need your help.
Kelly's warning symptoms can include worsened, fluctuating hearing loss, balance difficulties, sensory sensitivity, vertigo, and/or feeling quote-unquote off.
I've got balance problem. I've got vertigo happening right now.
No two Meniere's patients' attacks are exactly alike.
My ears have tinnitus happening.
Patients may differ in the following: affected ears, severity, duration, and frequency, symptoms before, during, and after, and prognosis.
It's very hard to find where I am in space. Cameraman's helping me walk. I have a cane because I'm very off balance and I'm having trouble finding my footing. I'm gonna just get through this and then I want to remind you guys to keep wiring on. We can do this together. You're not alone. I've talked to so many people who have Meniere's disease, and I just want you to know you're not alone. And if you love somebody who has Meniere's disease, it's real. Okay, I can't see that anymore. I was hoping this wouldn't happen. There's nothing I can do about my symptoms, and I have to just live it out. It's important to go see a doctor, ears, nose, and throat doctor, but it's best to go see a neuro-otologist.
Common Meniere's attack symptoms: fluctuating hearing loss, severe rotational vertigo, ear pain, oral fullness, tinnitus.
Dizziness and vertigo are different. Vertigo is kind of like dizziness to this really extreme extent where it becomes assaultive to the person and to the body. Vertigo is extremely horrible to experience. It's very hard to think. Sometimes I feel like I'm falling. A lot of times when I start to get a Meniere's attack, I just completely go to sleep. Meniere's disease is very disabling. Unfortunately, the treatments that I have experienced don't last. My system is permanently damaged to the point where I rely on my eyes a lot more than I used to.
To balance, we use the following: vestibular organs of both ears, both eyes or vision, the brain, tactile input or touch.
I often have problems in the dark. If I don't have a light on, I'm falling. It really, really hurts. It feels like an ear infection. They're extremely painful. I also feel like I have something in my ear. It just feels really uncomfortable. Just trying to cope with it.
Meniere's patients have sensory neural hearing loss that typically begins in the low frequencies of the affected ear. It is rare to have bilateral Meniere's disease.
In case people are wondering, what do you do? What do you take when you have this horrible attack? Personally, I have nothing to take. There are some people that when they get vertigo, they have been prescribed medications by their doctor to help the vertigo.
Meniere's has few treatments: low sodium diet, diuretics, vestibular rehab therapy, meds to try to help acute vertigo, intratympanic steroid perfusion, destructive treatments only for unilateral Meniere's, intratympanic gentamicin perfusion, labyrinthectomy surgery, vestibular nerve resection surgery.
I really need to get out of this house. Maybe we could just at least try to see what I can do. I just want to at least try. Hi Warriors, I am having a lot of Meniere's attacks a day now. Right now I'm having one. I'm having severe rotational vertigo and my ears hurting a lot. I don't know, I'm having a lot of problems right now. When I'm walking, it's like I'm in a fight to stay up.
Kelly has balance difficulties that get much worse during a Meniere's attack. Whenever Kelly makes this face, it's because she's having severe vertigo.
Ugh. This is miserable. My vertigo is really severe. And my ears in a significant amount of pain. My eyes are closed because the vertigo is so severe that to keep my eyes open is a challenge. There's intense pain. This part of my ear doesn't hurt. It's inside my skull that's hurting. You know, I can't touch where it hurts. Your ear is actually inside the head, and that's what's hurting me. A lot of times I feel fullness too, and I do now somewhat, and it feels like it's full with fluid, and that can be very uncomfortable. Sometimes I pull because it hurts. Meniere's attacks make my body extremely fatigued. Fatigue is not tiredness. Fatigue is my body doesn't feel like I can operate. I feel very heavy. My arms feel heavy. My body feels heavy. Sometimes I'm forced to sleep.
Sopite syndrome is when vertigo is so severe that the brainstem forces the brain to shut down and sleep. Kelly gets this during a Meniere's attack, but not everyone does.
My walk with a Meniere's attack is very challenging. It's really hard to think because there's so many symptoms that it just clouds your brain. It's almost like you want to talk, you want to think, but you can't figure it out to get through this kind of cloud. It's like hard to know, like I can't really tell what's got, like as far as I just feel like I'm having a really hard time thinking right now. I can't figure out even how to think sometimes. My body's working so hard to cope. The vertigo is such an intense thing. I think it's as bad as a severe chronic pain. A lot of times I get very sensitive to light, sound, movement, touch with Meniere's, but I'm not sure if that is in fact Meniere's disease or maybe it's just my nervous system that's getting overloaded. The vertigo, it is severe rotational vertigo. It is fluctuating hearing. My hearing might drop right before or right at the beginning of an attack. My ear hurts. Hearing loss is such an important part of Meniere's disease. Hearing loss in the low frequencies. When I am walking, I have a lot of instability and I have severe balance issues. I fall very easily. I need a lot of support. Oftentimes, I'll be laying down and my hand will be holding onto the bedboard that's behind me, and I feel like I'm in a free fall and I don't know where I am in space. I can't figure out which way is up. Often I can be sitting on the floor and fall over. Often I can be laying on the floor and not know where I am. It's very, very challenging to walk, to move, because it completely disorients you, because one of the functions of your inner ear is to help you to balance. Right now it's hard. I don't feel safe laying down, sitting down. Sometimes I have to kind of crawl around the floor to get back to my room. Vertigo attacks make it very challenging for me visually. Often when I have a Meniere's attack, I'll take my glasses off because it's really hard for my body to tolerate all of the input it's getting during Meniere's attacks. My diseased ear is telling me that things are different than the way they actually are. The person with Meniere's is being really assaulted. It's also important to remember that everybody with Meniere's disease is very different. It can really change and fluctuate over time, and people look different from each other. So there's not just one person that you can look at and say, okay, that's a Meniere's attack and everybody else is supposed to look like that. No, I'm just saying this is my Meniere's attack. If you have Meniere's disease or vertigo or something similar to the symptoms I'm experiencing right now, I just want to cheer you on. The really incredible thing about the fact that you found this video, I want you to know that you're not alone. This is really horrific. If I could say stronger words, I would. It's a horrific disease. It's horrific symptoms. It is very challenging to live through, but it is possible to do it. You're not the only one. We can do this and we can do it together. Knowing that there are other people that are going through it, it can be very empowering. Keep fighting, keep warrioring on. That's the most important part, is to keep trying no matter how hard this is. If you have Meniere's disease, don't get scared, because I'm living with debilitating Meniere's disease. I'm living with medications not helping me, and I know that's very, very scary. I'm here to tell you it can be done. And yes, the vertigo is horrific. Yes, sometimes it's very, very scary, but I'm able to live through it, and if I can do it, you guys can do it too. And it's so important for you to remember you are not alone. Seriously, if you guys are dealing with this, you're a warrior. You don't need somebody else to tell you are. You are. Hands down. It's really not fun. I'm really not alright right now.
Kelly's eyes can't focus because of the intensity of the vertigo.
It really feels really frustrating. I still want to do stuff. It's really, really wild. I wish I could take the camera in my body and people could see how it looks like.
Meniere's attacks are incredibly taxing on the brain and the body. Meniere's warriors are exhausted from attacks. Kelly often feels forced to sleep.
My body is going to fall asleep for a little bit.
Sometimes Kelly's eyes move in many different directions, and even when her eyes are closed, it can be seen that is happening.
I'm not really looking at anything. I just felt like maybe it was happening. I didn't even know you could see it. It's so weird how much our balance systems affect our eyes. I gotta close my eyes.
Even though her eyes are closed, it looks like she's looking around at different things at different angles.
This is very hard. It's like running a marathon. This is gonna be crushed. It hurts. Oh. Oh, shoot. The reason I have my eyes like this is because visually I'm being overstimulated. I can't see very well. This happens when I have Meniere's attacks, and so you can understand how Meniere's is extremely disabling. A lot of times people will say to people who have chronic invisible illnesses like myself, they'll say, well, at least you don't have X, Y, or Z. Usually they'll say, at least you don't have cancer, or at least you're not a quadriplegic, which of course they don't understand what disabilities I have, so they don't realize how I'm affected. There was a research study done by physicians on how disabling Meniere's disease is. So when these physicians did the study of Meniere's patients who have vertigo like I'm having right now, literally everything that's happening to me today, they said that a person like me is as disabled and has the quality of life of a person who has cancer or AIDS and is 6 days from death. The reason that I'm sharing that with you is not to give pity to me, because I don't want that. The reason I share it with you is so that you have an understanding of the impact. Now, you probably do from watching this and how challenging this is for me. I hope that this will give you an understanding for people who have Meniere's disease. I hate comparison. I don't believe in it. It doesn't help anyone. I believe that if you have pain, it's valid. Symptoms that are disabling or affecting your life in any way, it's valid. If it hurts you, and that's meaningful. That's important. A lot of times you can't see disabling health issues. Just because you don't see them doesn't mean that they're not severe. I talk to people with Meniere's disease who are horrified that they're going to have to live through this. It is a very scary and challenging disease. A little bit of understanding on your part goes a long way. It is possible to have a full life even when it's as bad as it is right now. I am determined to get outside because I know that fresh air is going to make me feel good. It's going to be hard. I am very dangerous walking right now. I can't even get my eyes to see the camera. The camera looks like a black blob right now. I really hope today doesn't make you feel pity for me because, while this is very hard, I want to have a good life. And yeah, I mean, if you feel sad, I hope you feel sad. I feel sad. But I have a really great life, and I can have a really great life, and what I have to do is just keep living and choosing joy. It's a choice to have a good life. I hope you guys can see that, and I'm thankful you're here.
Kelly is gradually falling over here because she doesn't have a good sense of balance.
Hi. Yeah? I can't put her down. I'm worried I'm gonna drop her now. Because it's an airplane. You know, it's really important for me to work on my stamina, to keep it up, to push it as much as I can. Everything just feels really heavy, and it takes a lot of effort, and my body just feels extremely overdone and fatigued. I'm not super coordinated. It is quite frustrating. The problem is that I can't walk by myself. I can't write. I can't read anything, so reading my phone is completely hard to focus on my phone, and now it's even hard to think. I can't even see like blobs, much less read my phone. I lose all contact with people. It's really hard. It kind of takes all of the things I'm able to do down to pretty much very small.
It is impossible to know just how severe a person's symptoms are just by looking at them.
I need to go back further. Right now the tinnitus is very loud. It's very strange. It's like a really high-pitched white noise. And sometimes it makes this like and it hisses really high notes that are really painful. It's really loud right now, which is so strange. if I should wear my mnemonics. Oh, problem that I have with the balance issue and the vertigo is that I can fall over really easily. My vision gets really compacted. I can't see very far. Meniere's is pretty debilitating when it's at its worst. It's truthfully a very scary disease to have because you're in this unbelievable state. You guys, so my eyes are a little bit more open. It's weird when things feel a little bit better when they have felt so bad because my world goes down to very, very small. It's interesting how a body copes through such significant challenge. I can see more and I'm aware of more. I'm just really emotionally and physically exhausted. I do feel a little bit like my balance is off. You guys are seeing that I'm doing so much better already. I can turn my head a little bit faster. I don't feel like I'm gonna fall over. I feel like I've run a marathon and I feel exhausted. That's kind of night and day. Hold on to hope and love this day. Thank you for being here, cheering you on.
Whether you are a person with Meniere's or you care about someone with Meniere's, keep putting one foot in front of the other. Keep supporting and encouraging the person that you love. Keep warrioring on. There is hope. You can have a good life. It is hard and really, really challenging to live with Meniere's symptoms, but it is possible to have an incredible life anyway. Never forget it. If you have any questions, please ask. I am Kelly, and you are not alone.
I'm just having a good time, having a bad day, yeah.